friends, it's tax season again. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what is the best tax software for 2026. This year, I'm going to take a look at TurboTax, H&R Block, and FreeTaxUSA. Before we start talking about the differences, let's talk about what they all have in common. They're all authorized by the IRS e-file system, so they're all going to follow the same security protocols. And they all should give you the same numbers for the amount of refund or the amount of taxes that you owe. Tax software is really just a big calculator, and one calculator should give you the same answer as another calculator. The only difference you might find is if maybe one software reminds you of something that you forgot to enter on the other one. For example, if one asks you, did you have student loan interest, and you enter it on one and not the other, then you are going to get a different number. And if you want to double check that you got the right answer, you are free to use more than one tax software as long as you only submit with one. And none of them are going to charge you until you click submit. And when you're getting started, if you're using a software that you haven't used before, all of them do offer you the option of uploading a PDF of your taxes from last year so that you can get a head start on this year. And then they're all just going to walk you through and ask you questions like, are you married? Do you have children? What sort of income did you have? So let's talk about some of the differences. One of the biggest differences is just the interface. What does it look like and how friendly is it? TurboTax does a really nice job of just walking you through things and making it very friendly. And when it comes to things like adding a W-2, they make it really simple. You can upload it from your computer or you can take a picture with your phone. H&R Block is also very friendly. I used to have complaints about H&R Block running very slowly, but they really don't anymore. One thing that is different with H&R Block is that you can do a direct import of your W-2 from your employer. They partner with some large employers and you can pull your form directly from your employer. But you also have the option of entering it manually or taking a picture or uploading a PDF. FreeTaxUSA's interface is a little bit simpler, but honestly, I prefer it because it just keeps things easy. For a W-2, you can enter it manually or you can upload a file. One of the downsides to FreeTaxUSA used to be that they didn't have as many upload options. Now they have almost as many as the big names. And if you go to enter your form manually on FreeTaxUSA, they keep it very simple and they keep the whole form on one page. When it comes to adding things like bank interest and investment dividend, TurboTax and H&R Block do allow you to upload directly from your bank or investment firm, or you can also upload it from your computer or take a picture with your phone. This used to be one of my small complaints about FreeTaxUSA is it didn't allow you to upload things like interest forms and dividend forms, but thankfully this year they've added that functionality. You can enter it manually or you can upload a file. And that even includes 1099-B for sales of stocks, which is really handy. While TurboTax and H&R Block seem to want to be fancy with getting your forms directly from your bank, the truth is that things like a 1099 INT are literally filling in one box. It's probably going to take you longer to log into your bank than it would take to just type the one number. If you do need some help, all three do have nice written help documents, and TurboTax and H&R Block both have chatbots now that you can ask various questions. Although I found the TurboTax bot a lot more helpful than the H&R Block one. FreeTaxUSA has these nice little question marks next to everything that'll give you a lot more information. And if you want actual support of FreeTaxUSA, you can send them an email for free. And I've actually used this myself. They'll answer within a day. If you want live chat support, you can upgrade for $7.99. Or if you want to talk to a pro, you can upgrade for $44.99. If you want more help with H&R Block, you have to upgrade for $34. And TurboTax is trying to encourage you to buy their $150 product. All right, so let's talk cost. TurboTax does have a completely free option where it's free for federal and free for state. But TurboTax's free edition excludes quite a few different forms, including things like any sort of self-employment income, which would include gig work like Uber and DoorDash, and unemployment income, educational credits. There's a lot of things that are pretty common that are excluded from their free version. And if you don't qualify for their free version, it's going to start around $80 for federal and state. H&R Block's free version does include a couple more things, including student credits and unemployment income, but it still excludes things like 1099s from gig work. And H&R Block, if you have to go with one of their paid versions, it's over $70 for federal and state. Now, FreeTaxUSA is free for all federal forms, all situations. There's no income limits, there's no complexity limits. Now, if you need a state return, that is going to cost $15.99 with FreeTaxUSA, but $16 out the door is not too bad. Also, FreeTaxUSA does participate in the IRS FreeFile program. This is to offer free tax filing for lower income families. So if you have an adjusted gross income under $51,000 or an AGI under $89,000 in your active military, you can get FreeTaxUSA completely for free, free federal and free state. But you do have to start with the link from the IRS to get that free program. All right, so you've probably guessed that I'm going to recommend FreeTaxUSA as the best tax software to use in 2026. Honestly, I like it better than something like TurboTax. It truly is simpler and faster, in my opinion. And why would I want to pay $80 when I could pay $16? Down below, I am going to include my affiliate link for FreeTaxUSA, and if you use that link and you buy anything through them like a state return, then I will earn a commission. But I'm also going to include the IRS FreeFile link, so if you are lower income, use the IRS link and you'll get it free federal and free state. If you want to see a little bit more detail about FreeTaxUSA, you can check out my separate review of FreeTaxUSA for 2026. I'll leave that link right here.